Hello everyone and welcome back to Cookie Trials in CookieRunOvenBreak with Galcon. In this episode, once again, I'm covering Astronuts Trial. I'm trying to say Astronuts Cookies Trial, but I do remember that the official name of this particular character doesn't have the word cookie on it. I just keep saying that though for some reason. Maybe just a reflection because this franchise is called CookieRun after all. Anyway, if you do like this kind of content, then be sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the bell so you will not miss out on anything that I put on this channel. Everything is free, you don't need to pay, and by subscribing you make this channel grow and flourish even more. This makes me happy so I can create more content for you to watch. So, where was I earlier? Oh yes, the hard difficulty of this particular cookies trial. What do I think of it? After playing it twice and managed to conquer it, I can say that this trial, the hard one, is rather quite easy actually. I've seen rare cookies which has more difficulty compared to this particular cookies trial, but yeah, the rare ones like Ninja and Knight, yeah, those two are the exception to that particular rule. Anyway, there are two more things that I want to talk about from this cookie. First of all, it's the cookie themselves, the Astronuts. They are apparently siblings, which reminds me so much of Chess Choco Cookie. In fact, this might be the first one in the entire game to have the siblings actually supported the cookie directly, kind of like the skill that the sibling actually tried to pull that off there with the firing of the rockets. And second and final thing, it's the skill. It's basically playing Galaga in CookieRun. But unlike those games where if your ship got hit, then the game is basically over. In this version, you stop firing for 1 second before continuing firing again. So if you got hit by the boss there, it doesn't really matter that much. Especially when the game gives you plenty of time to take down the boss itself. What I do notice about this particular cookies trial in the... Oh, sorry, I accidentally pressed the pause button there. Anyway, where was I earlier? Oh yes, what I do realize about this particular cookies trial in the hard difficulty is the amount of the section where the hamsters are in their toys. Yeah, that is a lot more compared to the normal version. But overall, this trial didn't have a really high difficulty setting. In fact, I would say that this is the easiest out of all the hard difficulty cookie trial in this game. I think it is. Let me check through my video archives, and yes, it does. This is the easiest hard difficulty cookie trial that I ever faced in this game. Even Pilot Cookies trial on the hard difficulty was even harder than this. And also Cheesecake Cookies trial is actually pretty difficult if you want to reach 1 billion points. Finally, Rainbowrank achieved for this particular part of the run. And now let's move on into the next part of this video where I'm going to conquer this cookies trial once again, but this time with the assistance from one of the legendary treasures, right after I finish doing the last kill for the final time. So, the second and final run for this video, I'm using the unidentified flying donut once again as the legendary treasures. And fun fact, I use exactly the same treasure that I use in both the Diamond Rank and also the Rainbow Rank. I'm using the Flowers of Hope, the Panacea Pestle, and last but not least, the host figurine. And with that out of the way, I have nothing left to say about this particular cookies trial as well as Astronuts itself. And yeah, that is it from me. I'm Sorbet Shark Cookie, signing it off, and I'll see you on the next videos. Take care, stay safe, and I'll catch you next time.